Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Last episode we did a couple of story orders. We're gonna keep grinding it out and making some money and make some progress here. So let's get into her. Doesn't look like we have any... Oh, bonus money, I like that. Looks like we don't have any story orders ready for us yet, so we have to level up for that. So we will try and pick up some stuff. This looks super easy. Whenever I see other tasks, that's generally fluids, right? So you can just pick them up just to get a little bit of XP. Yeah, see, drain, power steering, and windshield washer. So that's super easy. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of money here, so we need to upgrade our garage so we can pull engines out, rebuild them, fix already broken parts, whole 9 yards. So looks like our Easter eggs are still up and about. I wonder how heavy those are. They must be hollow, otherwise that would just be going straight through the roofs. And I'm impressed that that one's actually standing on top of the house. That's awesome. These jobs here, this one I saw it was a brake. And brakes tend to do pretty good on the newer cars anyways, because they get the chance for new ABS pumps or modules, and those are just pricey parts. So let's just see. So they want a drum, 2 pads, a shoe, and a vented disc. Right? Something like that. Vent, drum, pads, shoe. Perfect. Okay, so the front, both tires are going to have to come off. Looks like the vented one is on this side as well, so that just makes my life easier. Now, you can sell all the parts that you pull off, like all the yellow and red parts. That is an option. However, if you get a salvage station, you have the ability to break those parts down, and you can get these little upgrade tokens that can increase the star value of your vehicle. And we want to use that. We want to get as many of those as we can, because we'll burn through a couple thousand of them pretty easily. Perfect. Nice and easy. Now hopefully the drum and the shoe are gone, and it's not drum on one side, shoe on the other. That would make my life a little more difficult. And I want to take a moment to appreciate, she needs some body work, unfortunately. And that's a little disappointing to see, but still, of course, love the hot rods. But look at this engine. Look at that beauty. That is immaculate. This customer obviously cares more about the internals than the externals. You could almost call this a... sleeper car, almost, except for the part where you can 100% see the supercharged V8 engine under it. So let's check out the drum and the shoe. Oh, it looks like we are lucky, and they are both on the same tire. That makes me happy. And that is a job well done, everyone. Get some bonus creds. Looks like we're making about 380 bucks. Obviously minus whatever we spent on parts. Looks like we still have not picked up a story mission. So, oh, we got bonus money on this one, so we'll take that job. We've got bonus XP on this one, and it's running gear, so this might actually be a nice Nice grab. We're gonna move you to car lift A. And you know what? We're gonna go and we're gonna grab this third order. This is just filters, which is super easy. That probably means air filter and fuel filter. I don't even know if there's... And an oil filter, yeah. Fuel, air, everything. Okay, and then this one here, we've got refill brake, power steering, and washer. Unfortunately, the oil filter on that other car will need the hoist. So we will just get this one cranked out. We do get some bonus money out of it, so that'll be nice. So finish you up, you're all good, making about $89 off of that order. Now we're gonna go in here. What do you need? A bushing, solid rear drive axle, and front shock absorber cap. That's not too bad. So there we go. Oh, right there. Alright, we have all the parts we need. We should be able to get our next story mission after this job here. And I just straight up nice, I can. Alright, so that's been removed. We will throw our new one in. Right, now I imagine we are going to the front here, so we need to pull out our double wishbone here. Perfect, and it looks like, oh, the rubber bushing is on the upper suspension arm. Hopefully we can get the right one with this. Awkward place. It looks like this bushing almost needs to be replaced as well. Look at that, 37%. Alright, we want to separate. Take, rejoin. It is nice how the best part always shows up first, for the most part. So that way you don't have to, you can just kind of zoom through it. There we go. Oh, grab the tire. There we go. Now we'll throw this wishbone back in. And that should be a job complete. Nice, nice. Another 370 bucks. Oh, looks like we just missed. Just missed the level up. So hopefully after this one here, we should be fine. So what do we need? We need an air filter type A, fuel filter, and the oil filter. Perfect. Why would you replace just the oil filter and not the oil itself? That's super weird. And I just lowered the car. Good job, man. Little Christmas car. Look at this, reds and greens. Oh, look at that fuel filter. This guy, this engine head cover doesn't look very good either. Wants parts with 46, and I'd almost guarantee that that's not 46. Move all the little clips here. Right. That's exactly 46. I almost want to replace that. And there we are. We gained our level, so our story order should be in our phone logs right now. So we can tackle that. Build up some more money. Got to get to level 5. That's kind of the goal. Then we can get at least go check out our first junkyard and see if we can, crossing our fingers, find a car worth grabbing. Even if we don't grab a car for building a race car right off the bat, It's not end of the world, because there is way more money in restoring the cars than there is in doing all these jobs. Like, you can see, like, it's $100 here, $100 there, a couple $100 here. Like, beginning of the episode, I had just a little over $8,000, and we're back to $8,000. Don't seem to be moving up too fast. And here we are. Cars. Oh, this has bonus money. Bonus money. I will take that order. And these guys don't have bonuses. And our story order here. Alright, hello. I saw that you've got quite good reviews, and I thought that you'll surely handle my problem. I've been into a few experts already. The things that each expert said and didn't match up at all. Of course, the problem is still there. It boils down to the constant banging. It's unbearable, and the gearbox isn't working properly. After the last repair, after a week, changing gears became a nightmare. Please check and fix any problems. It's the last chance for this car. If this doesn't do the trick, I have to get rid of it. Anyway, let me know what happens. And then change the oil. Alright, I am sorry that you have had such a bad experience with other shops. And look at this. A Mitsubishi Eclipse. Obviously not. It's a Hinata Moon MK. But this is modeled after the Eclipse, which would be Brian O'Connor's car from Fast and Furious 1, if anyone knows that. The bright green car, not his Skylines. But we're going to work on this car quickly first. Gearboxes, that's good money, because those can be... Man, this is nice. I like the orange. I like orange. It's one of my favorites. Little Nissan here, if anyone knows. Alright, a Ribson. Ribson Nissan, right? How far off was that? Inner tie rod, that is all they want. That's not a big deal. That will require us pulling a tire off, though. And look at that, we're already on the right side. And there we go. Perfect. There it is. Rolled over it twice. Or Alright, that will complete this car. A little bit of bonus money. Oh, look at that. A whole 7 credits and 6. Made $43 off that. But I mean, $43 for a couple minutes worth of work. So that's pretty good, I guess, at the end of the day. Alright, so for the story order here, you know what? I think it's time to buy some equipment, because this guy sounds like he's got a problem. So we are unfortunately going to be spending some of our hard-earned money. But these will make life astronomically easier for us. I'm even gonna buy a battery charger. Those are nice to have. And as you can see, our battery charger is over here. Battery chargers are nice because you can always recharge batteries even when they're red. So, what is wrong? Literally nothing. Like, there is no parts here. They have no idea what's wrong. We can, of course, do a visual inspection. We can already see that our front drive shaft is gone. The front sway bar is definitely gone. It looks like, yep, got rubber bushings. I'll guarantee almost all 4 of these are done. Yep, so there's 3 and 4. So that'll be 4 parts. That'll be 5. That'll definitely be 6 right off the bat. We can tell. Not that it would let us know. I wonder if there would be anything on the back. Yeah, you can see rear sway bar. That's definitely gone. We got another rubber bushing over here. Another rubber bushing. Looks like all that's good. Our shock absorber looks good. Our Our brake looks good. Calipers look good. Yep, brake and everything looks good. We'll come back over here. All looks good. And all looks good. Okay. So, I don't know. I guess I could almost get away without using the tools. I mean, I can tell what is obviously wrong. So we're going to move you straight to the lift. We are going to drain your oil, which looks relatively clean. And move it back. Yeah, change oil. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to pull off these front tires because we know it's got gearbox problems. And the thing is that if we were using the tools, it is extra XP for sure, which isn't a bad thing. That gets us to where we want to go faster. But if I wanted to play the way like this and find everything for myself, I should have upped the difficulty. And then you get bonus XP and stuff. But that's okay. We'll use the tools eventually. Just right now. I know, because yeah, to remove this guy, we need this. And to remove that, you have to pull off the tires. It's kind of unfortunate. I don't really like pulling off tires over and over again. Perfect. And, oh, you know what? We'll remove some bushings while we're back here. Even though I believe in reality, if you pulled these bushings out, I guess you could just put, like, the piece back. Like, this is obviously connected to the frame of the car, which we can't see. But, like, if this was out, you could just put it back in there and then slide the bolt through. And then that would hold it up. So there is actually a logic to that. It would just be a loose fit is the idea. And that, I am willing to bet, is everything underneath. Except for the gearbox. And I would remove the gearbox, but to remove it, you have to remove this starter. And the starter is up front. So we're gonna just drop it. I love the look of this car. I love the body kit. This is, like, you can tell, where is it? There it is. This is what a stock one would look like. So you can tell this one's obviously had some modifications, which is pretty awesome. I like the body kits. I actually used to own somewhat of a sister car to this, the Mitsubishi Eclipse. I owned a, it's what's known as an Eagle Talon, and it's essentially the same thing, just a different company builds it. And it had a custom body kit on it too. So, super unfortunate that I wasn't able to fully fix it up. We tried, but the cylinders were gone. It needed an engine rebuild. And the ECU alone was going to cost me $1,000 at the time. So that just wasn't going to happen. So, it's just sad. Alright, looks like we got some bad coils, got some bad spark plugs. Let's pull the top off and see what we can see. Alright, we got a bad camshaft, that's for sure. Let's remove this camshaft cap. Okay, looks like we need a cam gear. And that chain is actually gone too. Timing cover. everything else looks good in here. That doesn't bode well. That means that there is probably some bad pistons or piston rings or something. That is rather unfortunate. So everything else looks good here. You know, maybe before I get too carried away, I'll take this stuff off, but I'm not going to remove the engine head yet because I actually still have to pull those wheel hub bearings out, and I have to look into the gearbox because there could be the clutch pressure plate, the plate itself, or there could be like 4 different parts inside the gearbox that need to be replaced, and that would obviously kill some of our list as well. So yeah, look at that. The flywheel's gone. Our release bearing is good. Our pressure plate is good, but it looks like everything else is bad. Yeah, the plate itself and the flywheel is done. And the crankshaft looks good. We've drained the oil, so we'll pull this off now. And yeah, look at that. We've got some crankshaft bearing caps that are gone. That rod cap looks gone. That rod cap looks gone. And that one. Oh my goodness, we are digging right into this. The mechanics must have just got lazy working on this car. They just didn't want to deal with all its problems. If I had the engine stand and everything, I'd be able to just pull this engine out and work on it rather than having to move it up and down, up and down. So that's going to be you guys. I'm pretty... Okay, let's see here. We still have a lot of parts not found yet, and I'm willing to put some faith in these rod caps being bad. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, they're black. As you can see, the one is silver and these ones are black. They're burnt. I don't want to have to come back under here if this piston is gone, but the rod is good. The rod cap is good, so I'm gonna pull it off anyways, just to be on the safe side. So I don't want to have to lift it back up, crawl underneath it again. I wish you could just lay down and go underneath. Like, there's enough room to just slide on a dolly. Is there even a dolly in this game? Like, it'd be nice if you could just slide underneath and then do it. It would just make life a little bit easier. And now we have to take off so many more parts. There we are. And you can see looking down, this piston looks good. This one does not, this one doesn't, and this one does. So we're going to pull these two out. Looks like both the pistons were bad, but the rings were good. And now where are we at? We are still short 1, 2, 3, 4 more parts. So the question is, what are those for? Oh, you know what? Look at that. We got bad bushings over here. I didn't even see these guys. And then I think that will be all. My goodness, we're almost there. At least pulling it all off. Just have to put it all back together. There it is. Alright. Moment of truth. Let's find out. Looks like we've got everything. Looks like we found it all. That is a huge list. So let's open up our shopping list. See, we're gonna clear it completely. And now we are gonna go through. All right, we are going to start with, I know these two center pistons were the bad ones. Put our engine head back on. Alright, we're gonna go back and we're gonna reassemble this engine. Alright, that looks like all of that. Fuel injectors. Get an XP for every part you put back on. Nice. Alright, I think that is the entire top part of our engine put back together. Now for everything underneath. We'll start at the back and we'll work our way forward. There we go. Alright, and how about tires? They are all the same size. We're going to put the best ones on the front. Not only for stopping purposes, but this is a front-wheel drive car. It makes the most sense to have the best tires on the front. That is, I feel like, for sure. Get too carried away. There, that is the rear. Let's put the transmission back together. The gearbox. Right. And there we are. Throw a wheel hub bearing in, our front drive axle, throw a tire on. Alright, we'll finish putting back together the bottom of the engine now. So, this is where we need to star stuff, because I want to make sure I get the right stuff. It's all 3 crankshafts, but it's only a select few rods. It should be all the ones from the right to the left. The far left one was good. But just in case memory fails me, it wouldn't be the first time it has. It's so nice that it's only 4 bolts for an oil pan in this game. In reality, it is a lot more than 4. Alright, the last thing we need to do, install the starter, the spark plugs, and the ignition coils. Which we, once again, will need to mark, because I can't remember. It is the 2 center ones. Perfect. Let's throw some oil in the engine. Throw some coolant back in. I don't think we actually needed to pull the coolant out this time. I didn't need to remove the water pump or the radiator. But I like it better safe than sorry. It's not an expensive problem. So, looks like everything has been completed. We're looking at about 4,600 bucks. So, we spent 46. That's gonna put us up right back around 8. Very nice. And that puts us at level 5. We are ready to go and check out the... Hey, look at that. I didn't see an Easter egg in the toolbox before. Silly me. That means we can officially tackle... We got our new story mission. Other tasks, no bonus money, no bonus money. This one has bonus money, so I'll take this one really quickly. Okay, so brake, coolant, power, washer. Perfect. I think that that is a job well done, everyone. 120 bucks, I'll take it. And let's take a trip over to our junkyard. Alright, and right off the bat, I can see a Chrysler sitting in the far right. Oh, I can see an oldie right there, so that's pretty good. So while here in the junkyard, you can look at certain cars. Like, obviously, it looks like there's a whole lot more cars you can look at, but unfortunately, like, this, like you can see, no interaction with any of this. I can rummage through the junk piles, and you can see it'll bring up a list of parts for everything. So there's a couple of generic parts that will go with basically anything we pick up. I want to try and keep it at least in the orange zone, so then that way it's actually a usable part. Alright, so we got a Chrysler over here. Looks like with a big V8 engine in it. It has all 4 tires. It is missing a rear seat and a front seat. Looks like they're asking $9,000 for it. It's too much even if this was what we decided we wanted. It has, you can see here, V8 dual overhead cam, AXK engine. Pretty good motor. Newer age V8. Right, so those junk piles. Here's a nice oldie. Look at this. A nice old classic over here. A Luxor Gold Trail. Look at that. It's got a V8 with a single carb on the top. Not too shabby. They want 7. 7.4. So this is buyable, but we would have no money left over. So that would be tight. Oh, that's a nice gearbox to find if we went with that car. But see, that's the thing. If we buy that car, we can't pick up any parts from the junkyard because you have to pay for the parts that you pull out. So I will save that decision for the end. Like, look at this. That's a green 2-star. You can see the star rating that I was talking about earlier. Sometimes you can even find parts with the star ratings already. You can see that one as well. If I find some 15-inch rims, actually I'll be able to put rims on those tires I took off from the beginning of the game, and I can possibly throw those on a car if I need to. So I'll actually keep an eye out for 15-inch rims. That is a good idea. And a lot of these parts, like, I'd love to pick up an engine head cover, the turbo, but they're for specific engines, and unless you grab the car with that engine in it or the ability to swap an engine into it, becomes a little bit against usefulness. I mean, if you've got the salvaging bench, you can just pick up all this stuff and then you can repair it and then sell it, and that is actually a way to make money. This Radiator A. There's a few vehicles that require the Radiator A. I'm gonna take that. Ooh, we got another car over here, it looks like. So as you can see, this junk pile here was actually divided into 3 sections. You can see the outline on the section it is, so. And again, can't search this. So this here, we got a oldie here. Oh, it's got a straight 6. I'm not particularly fond of this engine. It can be hard to find parts for it. The Bolt Capeman. It's got an inline 6 overhead OHV. I'm assuming that means overhead, but who knows. Look at that. $5,000. That would leave us about $2,000 left over to possibly fix this guy up. Looks like the engine is mostly there. You can tell because it goes all the way up to the air filter base. So basically all the internals are going to be there because the game won't let you put in parts unless, like, it won't let you put the air filter on if you don't have the intake on and stuff like that, right? So most of it should be there is the idea. So I'm curious what's actually going to be missing out of this, considering it is such a low price right now. And I believe it has, that looks like the V8, so that 2-star gearbox that we saw back there would go in this car. Oh. So this is a very real possibility. This could be a good start to just picking it up, restoring it, doing our first restore, and maybe making a good profit off of it. This could be a good option. We're going to see what else is in the junkyard, of course, though. See if anything else tickles our fancy, because even if that car is fully restored, I don't exactly think it fetches a very high price. What do we got over here? Ooh, we got a Mustang. Look at that. And again, mostly complete engine. You can see that. They want 9, though. That's too much for us, but that'd be pretty cool. Look at that. Lots of engine swap options. Comes with a 2-carb on it. That's a pretty cool find. It's just unfortunately way out of our zone. The issue is it definitely is a very specific engine parts. Exhaust manifold i6. Oh, a power steering reservoir. That's nice to get your hands on. Without having the engine or like a list in front of me that shows me everything, it can be kind of hard. You just have to know, and I don't always know. Okay. Oh, we got another car over here. Ooh, a spring. Springs can be nice grabs. Alright, what do we got over here? Oh! Is this... This is a Trans Am? I'm fairly positive this is a Trans Am. Looks like it is missing a lot of engine components. Yep, there you go. Chief Bandit has the V8 options with the swaps. They want almost 7 for it. That is very pricey for what looks to be a lot of work. But this car, being a classic muscle car, would fetch a much higher price when fully restored. Got another car there to go look at. Let me up this hill. Thank you. What is this? This looks like a BMW. Oh, it's got the big V8 engine in it. There you go. That looks like a BMW. Oh, this has a supercharged V8 in it. Oh, that's a $13,000. Look at that. They want $13,000 for this. Buddy, I don't know. I don't know about that. That feels a little bit far-fetched to me. But it is a supercharged, newer age engine. And depending on the condition of everything as well, I guess. Ooh, crankshaft bearing cap. That'll be useful. Almost every vehicle needs those. Ooh, an orange rubber bushing. They're so cheap, I don't... Oh, that's a good fuel for that. I'm taking that. But the rubber bushings are generally so cheap, you don't really need to worry. I would just buy them. Ooh, this is a right fender for that car that we were thinking about. But I think it had all its body panels, so I don't think we need to worry about that. There's a timing cover for that engine, but you can see it's red. That's not even worth grabbing. Oh, there's a small little hatchback over there I saw. Yeah, little hatchback. That might fetch a nice little cheap price, and they can be done up kind of nicely. So we're gonna mosey our way on over there to find out. Nothing. Alright, we're getting really close to... Oh, barn location. That is very useful. Grab that. All right, let's take a look. There is virtually almost no engine in this car. It's missing door panels, fenders. It's missing a lot. It is missing a lot. This is a Royal Town. Looks like it's got... Ooh, it has an inline 3 turbocharged engine in it. That's kind of cool. They want $4,700 for it. I've never built one of these. That could be interesting. Might be a nice little price out of that guy. This car's already almost complete, and it's only worth $5,000. So it's another real indication on like what this car's value is going to be. I wish that there was a way to project value. I think there is. I think that's an ability later. And it has no swap options. So this inline 6 OHV is its only real option. They want 48. They want $100 more for this. It is a more complete car, but again, this thing is very much complete. I mean, all we can really do is replace parts on it with newer parts. I mean, I did see some decent options for it. There was that transmission over there. There was a fender. Where was that gearbox? I know I saw it somewhere. There it is. See, look at that. That's a 2-star gearbox, and it's yellow, so that would be a great throw on for it. And I did see a fender for it. Was it over here? Yeah, bolt capement, front right fender right there. That's in good shape too. Alright, we're gonna pick up that capement, I think. Might not be. It's mostly complete, so it'll be easy to finish, easy to replace a lot of the parts on it. And we should be able to make a decent little profit off of this. I'm fairly confident of that. And see, $500 for all of that. So we'll buy all those and we'll head back to our garage. And there we go. We have our first junkyard car ready to get fixed up and thrown out to the world. If I look here and I try to resell it, I'm already gonna make $100 off of it just having this in my possession. How weird is that? All right, well, that is going to be all for this episode today. So thank you all for watching and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace out.